Hello, welcome back. I thought I will do a little bit recording, talking about different things. If you follow my channel, I talk in different videos or recordings about my books. I'm a writer, and I have different interests, different subjects, and one of the main subjects that interest me is the esoteric, spiritual, and many subjects that involve this thematic, and not only that interest me, I study them. I have, from God, different gifts. I'm able to see, I'm able to read, I'm able to understand things in spiritual level. At the same time, the spiritual is not very different than the material, they're all connected, so it's not like one excludes the other. They are very much connected. I think this is an aspect that many people forget. And even the world or the word spiritual or spirituality, what it really means, because it's a this type of mega word that everyone uses, and it loses its meaning, it loses its significance, and mostly is used by people who don't have anything to do with spirituality as supposed to be, So that's why I don't want to confuse anyone, but each person, when they use this word, it has a different meaning, Some even use it in a wrongdoing, a wrong way, as lying, asking or things from other people, saying that they are able to see, are able to, commute with spirit or with God, or see different things, which is totally not true, This is actually, to be honest, is a very rare gift, and very few people truly have it. And those who truly have it don't really speak about it, because it's not something to brag. It's not something to necessarily, scream to other people or make marketing out of it, and so on and so forth. Not to say, of course, I have two plans for my future, and I would like to develop, these gifts and these talents that I have, and I have cured for many years by my own, together with God, together with my spirit team, and create some type of platform where other people can reach to me, or I can reach to other people in some way and so another. How can you distinguish between a true spiritual person who truly is who they are, who they say they are, and who is fake? Well, it's mostly for depending on their morals, and that should be a gift that you should have in general for life, to be able to read people and see who is fake and who is true, because this is important skill, and you don't want to go through life being tricked or having to deal with people who are liars, or at least be more protected from those type of people. So the people who are fake in this, they don't have morals. You can able to see that they speak about thematics which are very difficult without any heart. So they don't have true empathy, because a true gifted person from God has actually a very unique type of qualities, and one of them, they have a very good heart, and they have a very strong empathy, and so this is positive. But if they don't have it, then you can see, well, it's something strange, they could have the right words, or they could have the right look, or they could have, actually they concentrate themselves more onto this because they don't have the real gift, but it doesn't matter. I think one of the gifts that God gives is the gift of discernment, which I definitely have, and not to say that people are not able to trick me, but I do have a feeling about it, and mostly, I have to learn by myself to listen to my intuition more. But it doesn't matter, because there's a sign there, and finally I always find out the truth, and then I exclude myself from that stage, or from that part of the world, or part of that life of a person that is fake, is a liar, is cheating, so the person who doesn't have moral moral qualities, no? Especially it's dangerous when a person like that speaks about spirituality and so on. And to be honest, I have found many online who have the right clothes, have the right words, but they're absolutely fake. They have no gifts. Actually, they just want the money. And it's a very ugly quality to one who speaks to be close to God and speaks about helping other people, but actually they don't, no? It's very, very ugly in God's eyes. I don't know if they understand how ugly it is in God's eye, no? It's the same thing as a priest who tries to tell people he devote himself to God, no, and he should be the voice of God. At the same time, he's a fraud. No, it's very, very ugly for God. God is very upset. Is not happy. It's very more than low energy. I cannot express how. I don't want to go into that energy, but it's really bad. Okay, it's not funny. I just. Sometimes I smile because I think it's just like crazy, you know. It's just like my mind cannot comprehend that there are humans who do this, but there are unfortunately many. So, for example, no, it's like, okay, the gift to say, some gifts are everyone is able to learn if they really want to do the work, and it does need some type of talent or some type of spiritual qualities, or some type of spiritual gifts, and I could speak about some, but some of them are definitely from God. So it's almost like when God gives you this, at the same time every gift has a certain responsibility, For example, I am able to do many of these things, but I never use it to get money from people, and there is a moral border that I don't go over. I will never do anything, for example, for material gain or for any type of gain that will upset God or will put me in a bad light, or it's like I sell a part of my soul or a little piece of me for no one. That's more like how I want to be and how I want to live life, even if it means I don't have or gain so much money, or I don't care. So different spiritual gifts. First, the gift of discernment. This is very important when God gives one this gift. As I've said, the gift of discernment is to be able to discern between true and false, between people who lie, people who are true, to take good decisions. It's almost to say there is a higher type of intellect. It's not the normal intelligence, it's the intelligence of discernment. It's a very angel quality. Because once you have this gift, you're able to see through, you're able to see very clear and read energy, you're able to see things that no one else is able to see. It means that God or your angels is showing you something that only for your eyes. It's a very special gift. Not everyone has it. Very, very few. Others are, the clairvoyant, clairaudient. So you're able to hear, you're able to see things that not other people are able to see. Meaning, you're able to read things, that you get information just by the way somebody walks, just by the way somebody looks, just by the way these are certain cues that it's more than body language. It's inner whisper. Somebody is telling you, it's God talking to you and giving you some information that it's only for your ears. And or able to see, or somehow able to hear. Other things, of course, there are many qualities: able to touch something and get information from, able to enter in a room or a space, or being on a street outside, being able to read energy from that, being able to connect with different with the tree or different animals or different part of the material world, being able to really transcend some type of language that there's almost like no barrier for you. There's something that since a child, you're able to communicate and understand and feel things without words, without the intellectual part. It's like a higher power, a higher quality, but it runs very deep, like a river. That's how I can tell it. It's it's a softness to it, And able to communicate and so on, but I think the one that really stands out for me is a deep direct connection to God that one has, and it's almost like God created your life, no, since a child, since a baby, with certain type of environment, certain type of experiences that show that you are a person that God chose for a specific, for very special purpose that has to do with the spiritual, that has to do with angels or demons or spirits or animals or the nature or the things you dream, the things you feel, the things, you know, your heart qualities, your moral qualities, your gift of discernment, your ability to help people, or ability to be honest, to be good, to try your best, no, all these qualities that God wants from us human, no, you find in a spiritual person. A truly spiritual person carries these qualities, carries this luggage with them, no. And even if they are not talking and specifically telling everyone, oh, I have this, I had this, there's a certain quality that you feel about them. There's a certain light towards them. There's a certain feeling when they touch you. There's a certain quality in their voice. There is something they carry, you know, that's very God-like or very God, almost like they bring people closer to God through them. They animals are safe. They will never harm an animal. They will never harm somebody physically or emotionally. They, you know, it's like the qualities of an angel. These are the true people who God chose, you know. As I want to say, they are in human form, they are physical form, but in their soul is a very pure light. It's very golden light. It's touched by God. And most of these people, I can speak from my own experience, you know, I see myself and say I'm not able to talk about it if I was not able to understand it and myself be one of them, no? My life was different. I didn't communicate with people many years, many months, because my communication is with God directly. So, you know, since I'm a child, I was left by myself alone. That communication, almost to say, was necessary for me to commune with nature or commune with other spirits. You know, I was guided by their invisible hand. I was protected by their love. Since a child, since a baby, it's like no harm could ever come to me, even if I've been many times in close, very, very close to die, to real harm, to real things that could have happened to me. But nothing can happen bad to me because my angels and God protects me so strong. It's impossible. It's absolutely, how you say it, almost, it shows the power of God. Why I love God so much, and all glory to God, because He is the true God, and no harm can ever come to His people, to His you know, people who love God. God loves back, and you are protected just by the fact that you love God and you are a good person and you don't do harm to others, and so on and so forth. So. When I think about the qualities, no, we speak about adult people, but for me it's very innocent type of qualities, almost like, it's like a child qualities that these people carry. There is a certain type of innocence, a sweetness, a caring heart, a helping hand, a wise mind, discernment. They have the power of discernment, as I've said. There is a love and connection between them and nature, and between them and animals, between them and God, no? Because the nature and everything that we see around is not God, but it's His creation, His love, no? So that essence of God lives in nature. That essence of God lives in the animals. And those people will never harm. They will never. They're very respectful towards all this, no, and respectful towards other humans. At the same time, these are people who other people who were envious. They will try to speak bad about. They will try to destroy, try to put away. You know, there's a certain jealousy or envy. But from other people that these people experience in their life. It happened to me. You know, every day, if I was to speak honestly, I feel, no, I see things happen. I want to say, because this humans, these people God gave such high qualities, other people cannot compare to them, and there's certain jealousy that comes with that, and so. But it's all in God's planning, because the plan of these people is not necessarily to be loved by everyone. No, what it means to be loved by everyone? It means that you have no personality, no, because that's not the true love. If you know God, true love is God, and it's almost like a very self-loving type of trust and confidence in God. And it's not so much about other people, no? In meaning that I need to be appreciated and honored and loved by everyone, and then I feel I'm great, and then I feel God. No, the connection is direct. So there's a direct connection to God since a little child, since a baby. This is for me what makes a true spiritual person. It is not a person necessarily to say, I'm a monk and I live, maybe, who knows. Everyone knows their heart, but it's not necessarily about the doctrine or the religion, or to say, oh, I've studied 8 years, you have studied this, and I have this knowledge and this, and no, this is not what I'm talking about. No, it's almost to say there are special people in the world that God has chosen. They are His golden children. They are His warriors. These people are His His proudness. God is proud of these people. God protects these people very much, loves these people very much, and even if in their life happen things, they always feel God's hand, God's help, God's protection, God's love, and God's guidance. And of course, why these people carry that? So they can give it to others, so that others can understand, how beautiful it is to have this connection, relation, and love towards God, and how one can live with that, how one can experience that in a true way, no? It has nothing to do with going to church. Even if it's beautiful if you go, it has nothing to do how many times you read the Bible. It has nothing to do what other people think about you, no? As I've said, things are more direct and more simple. It's all about your heart, your soul, and even the moment before you came into this world, what type of soul you are and what type of gifts God gave you and gave others. Each one have different ones. Of course, God knows that He gives different things to His children. If we afford to speak, we're all His children, and there's going to be envy. Say envy is a very, almost like some type of disease. Easy spread, easy said, but at the same time it's really not good. There are going to be envy between the children to say, you have this gift and I don't have, and you're better and God loves you more, and so on, and comparison, like between brothers and sisters. But God says there is no need to compare. God gave different gifts, and we have earned these gifts. In the same time, these gifts carry a responsibility with them. A life of God chosen. It's not to say it is an easy life. It is a more simple life, yes. It is a more good life, yes. It is more close to God's life, yes. It has a lot of benefits, very positive. But you have to make yourself worthy as well. You have to live a life that is worthy to be lived, and don't disappoint God, of course. And God knows that you cannot disappoint, because He has chosen you, He has created you, and He has faith and trust in your abilities and qualities and so on, no? So once one understand how strong this connection is and how beautiful it is, of course I will never do anything bad to necessarily to say to gain, to have some type of envy, or I want to trick people, I want to do all these bad things. Now it's like I can use this, I can get this, I can do that, I can get that, I can get more, I want this, I want this type of energy. Of course I want to my success, and I'm going to have my success, but it comes from a different source, it comes from a different origin, it comes from a different place, and I'm not willing to step on nobody's head and put anyone down just for me to get there. Unfortunately, it happened the other way. Other people try to put me down, push me away, throw me away, speak bad about me, be envious on me, cheat on me, lie on me, trick me, do all these things that I don't do to others, no? So my only solution is to go away. God puts me in a different place. I cannot stay there. I did my work as much as I could, and then I'm placed, or most of the time, I am left by myself with God, you know? I'm never alone. But there are these moments in my life where for months and months of years, I have lived by myself. So this is actually not negative. It's not easy, but I try to put my energy into work and doing the things that I love, no? So just to say, if you see somebody who's very, very rich or very successful or a huge celebrity, believe me, that's not a gift, okay? Sometimes it looks like golden, but it's actually a curse. So, you know, things are not... it's easy to say, oh, I'm successful because I have a lot of money. Not at all, no. I did say this. You can be material successful for one reason or another, but if it's not carried by the spiritual power, it's all for nothing. It's not going to end well. And, you know, most of it is like that. And, most of people who reach some type of extreme success have done a lot of bad things to reach that. So from the beginning, no, it's always say, what's the intention? What's the intention behind the thing? That's the quality of that thing. So I think the spiritual knowledge is very important to create a good platform for every person, no matter what they do, to live a beautiful life, to have the success they deserve to have and will have, but in a godly way, no, in a godly approved way, to say, no, without doing harm, without with the right intention behind. And the right intention is for us to be honest, to offer something that helps others, no, and of course you enjoy the benefits of your work, no, which is in our material world is some type of financial success. But even then, when God gives you that success, the question is how you deal with that, no, how you help others, no, how you manage to find the balance between that as well. It's all about balance. If you see the tarot card of an angel, you see the wings, the beautiful angel, and what he's doing, he's pouring water from one cup to another. It's the angels speak about balance, how to balance, because that's the key to a good life, no? And say, well, I take so much for me and the rest I give to others. And I really truly mean it. So if I was to have more money, more success, I will definitely take a big part of that and help others. So, you know, if more people will do that, the world will be much more better, no? So the balancing of this left, right, pouring water from one place to another, no, giving to the poor or giving to the less fortunate, which are mostly children or animals or men or women, no, in difficult situations, and so on and so forth, no? For example, the tarot cards, many people say, it's evil, or it's demonic. People speak everything is demonic, everything is bad. They don't understand it, no? It is not. Depends, of course, who reads the cards. Of course, depends what, as I've said, the intention, the person, the energy behind a thing, not only the thing itself. When I do cards or I read, I only read for me. I understand the cards. I have studies, as I've said. I am a seeker of knowledge and of truth, and I study demonology. I've studied many things that one says has nothing to do with God. In the same time, God puts me to study those things, okay? I have interest, even I study about serial killers. I watch things. Why? Not because I'm a monster or anything like that. It's because I would like to find a cure or understanding so these things don't happen. So it is the approach of something bad, no, is for us to understand it and to try to make it good, no? It's the intention behind it, as I've said. So the tarot cards, actually, if somebody wants to read, they're amazing. You know, somebody created them as a book, as everything that's material and beautiful in our world. They are part of it as well. And the tarot cards, it has different cards, and one can learn each card, each meaning. And it takes a time, no? It's almost like a study by himself. But it's very interesting once you're able to read a card, and it is helpful sometimes when you ask questions or you need help to understand. most of the time, for me, it just shows me, resonates what I already know, no? And sometimes it is helpful because you really feel the love of God. God gives you the cards. Sometimes if I see, this is hard situation, and then God gives you the reward. It gives you what is going to happen and something positive and so on and so forth, no? I love tarot cards. I love cards in general. I have different cards with animals. I have cards with, different energies, different. So, it's a part of studying of the spirituality, the esoteric, the tarot cards, all the 4 elements, water, fire, earth, and air, and the different animals, what type of elements they carry, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of knowledge, as in astrology and so on. So, God doesn't close any door when it comes to knowledge. It is not true that God doesn't want humans to have knowledge. It's not true. God wants us to have knowledge, but as I've said, He doesn't give that knowledge to everyone because not everyone deserves it. No, not everyone is willing to use it for a good purpose. It's always about the intention. No, it's like I can read cards, but if I was to trick people and get money from people and not really care for them, not really do it, I don't know how, it would be very bad for God, no? So it's not the tarot, the issue, it is the intention, the person, the emotion, everything that carries that action. That's what I want to say. That's what makes it different, opposite, no? So that's why things are sometimes difficult to correlate. No, you say if you see somebody, especially nowadays with social media, everyone is using everything in their life to gain some type of success. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I find it totally despicable to use your own children, to use your own babies in front of a camera to show your private home, just you gain followers and you expose your children to some type of, you'd never know what's out there and all this. And most of these people already have money, and they just like, it shows that they want more and more, and it's just like, what are they doing? Just for me, it's like not to say, I'm in this super hotel and it's so successful. That doesn't mean nothing when you're doing these things, no? Actually, it shows even more how, I don't know, it's not my issue, but I really don't like when things are being used in such a negative way. And I think many people do this, and especially those one who are on social media most. It's not to say, of course, it's great to use social media to make werbung or commercial for your product or something that you're doing or enjoying it. But in the moment it crossed the limit to the showing your children, babies, and using them as props to gain followers and stuff like that is really, makes me think, question the moral compass of those people or their intellectual abilities, to be honest. Most of the people who are on internet and offer some type of spiritual services are fake, and one should not reach to them, to be honest. And in general, many wrote to me as well, and I never accept any type of reading from them. As I've said, I'm able to read by myself. That's why the best way I will recommend someone is to learn how to read the cards yourself, okay? And then it's actually anyone can do it truly, and one can learn it, and then you're safe. No one can frame you. No one can take your money away. You can read it for yourself. So I think that's a great way. That's a way how I do it. I try to do everything I need in my life for me. I cut my own hair, I color my own hair, I do my own nails. I don't go massage. I massage my own body, and I take care of my own body because I don't trust other people. I don't want other people to touch me, especially that I don't know. And I've said I have experienced all my life jealousy. I remember very long and beautiful hair when I was 18, and I went to the hairdresser, and she started to speak so bad about my hair and say, "Oh, your hair looks so bad, it's not taken care of," and she really cut it more than half from it. And even now I'm like sorry for my hair. It's like, but that God showed me, because I don't trust these people who especially a beautiful girl goes there, they just want to take that beauty away, to be honest. Not everyone, but most of it, believe me, it is not very spiritual advice to let somebody touch your hair in general, or if you do, you have to really trust that person, make sure that person is normal, no? It's just doing his job or her job. So there are, different aspects that one changes in their life once they change their approach to life or learn more about spiritual things. One gets to be more protected or more protective of their own life, no? There is to say humility that God loves as well. Even if I was very rich, I will never show my richness in front of other people, because that's not what God will do. There's a humble feeling to it. I don't want to make other people feel bad. They say, we are inspiring other people. Look how we made it, and we have all this richness, and we show all these expensive products to other people, but it's all fake, no? This just shows in general how fake people are. But it doesn't matter. That's their own reality. That's their own curse they have to live through, meaning that they live a fake life. I'm sorry to say, but maybe it's a rich life, but it's a rich fake life. So good for them. Whatever they choose, good for them. Once you develop your spiritual gifts, no, to say, not to believe first that it is against God, as I've said, no, God is giving you any tool that you're interested to learn, to be able to communicate with you, to be able to help you, to be able to give you answers, and so on and so forth. So God is always happy when somebody wants to learn something new. There's a calmness that comes to that. There's a pureness that comes to that. Meaning that your heart is good, your intention is good. You truly want to learn something new. So there's nothing bad in that, no? The spiritual gifts to us are very well. I think many of us do carry spiritual gifts, but most of us maybe are raised in religions or families that are maybe not understood the way they should be understood, and that's why maybe people are scared to touch on this subject or speak about these subjects. But why should we be scared to talk about? We should be open to talk about the things we want to learn and want to do. As I said, tarot cards is just they are just cards. At the same time, they are able to give you answers. They are able to give you some type of insights that one can use when one doesn't know or needs some type of guidance or help. It is a way to talk with God as well, and with the angels. The cards, to be honest, are actually very angelic if you look at them. You have the wands, they speak about protection. You have the temperance card, which is an angel. You have the world card, which is another angel. Then you have other cards, you have the 4 kings, the 4 queens. You have the spades, which speak about air, communication. You have the cups, which speak about love. You have the wands, which is attraction or something, very, very, something that you really want, And then you have the element of the pentacles, which is money or the material world. Of course, one can speak a lot about the tarot cards. And different other subjects which touch on the spiritual or on this element, So spiritual for me is not to say non-religious. It is religious, of course. It is connected to God the correct way. A lot of people say, it's non-religious because they are scared of religion. I'm not scared of religion. I'm not scared of God. And it is, for me, it is one, spiritual with God as well. So there is not to say, I'm spiritual means it's not God. Well, most of people obviously do it this way, but it's wrong. Spiritual is God, So it is religious, but not religion in the meaning of some type of dogma, It's the true God. It's the connection that one has to God through himself, through herself, throughout their life. So that's something that it's very unique and individual between one person with God, And I do believe we all have guardian angel, that we have spirit animals, spirit. So our spirit family, we have our soul family, we have actually our astral family, which are all different, The soul family is it's very much connected to the cosmic family from where we come, from the cosmos. There are different constellations from where our soul originates. Then you have your soul family. This is your cosmic spiritual family. It's your soul, your true soul family. Then you have have your ancestors, which is your lineage, family, the people you had in your families. So they are quite different ones. And then you have your guardian angels. Then you have your spirits that help. There is a lot in the spiritual world that exists and that offer guidance or are there for guidance, there for support, there for love, and so on and so forth. And it is spiritual, because spiritual means it is spirit. The spirit is from God. They are all part of God as well. And it is not material. It's like the opposition. Spiritual is something that is not in the material, but it is in spirit. It is in the ether, in the other dimension, we can call it, in the fifth dimension, the ether. There are different dimensions as well. One is even allowed to fantasize about different realms or different dimensions on what is real and what is not, for himself or for herself. There's not necessarily the element of judging, because when we are looking for answers, when we are studying something, we get our ideas, or we get our own perception or own understanding of it, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine for us. It doesn't have to, as I said, make sense for others. But I do think it's beautiful to have a spiritual world, to have your spiritual path, to have your, discover the talents that God gave you in this way, especially if you already feel that you have them, to be able to trust them in more, and be able to develop them and really be of help for you or for others, and to trust, especially to trust, I think it's a big thing, at least for me, to trust in my abilities, in my intuition, to trust in my guidance, to trust in the love and the faith that I have in God and His guidance and His love for me as well, and being of help to others, and doing good and trying to be of, have that strength. God knows how strong I am. My voice seems sweet, but believe me, I'm a very strong person. And if there's any meaning to life, at least for me, the reason why I came here is definitely to help the ones I love and the good people, with people who I don't love, which exist as well, who didn't do me well or did bad things to me. I don't love them, and I will never will, and I don't need to forget or forgive. That's not my work. And I make sure that I tell God what happened. God knows. So I'm very honest about that part as well. It's not to say all love, because I don't deal with people who are not in the light. So that's one thing that I don't do. So if they need their guidance, it's their path and their way, has nothing to do with me. So my door is closed for this type of people. So God wants me to focus on the positive, focus on reaching those people who really deserve the help and really are here for good things, so they can do good things on their own and further on to help others. That's the positive lineage that I want to create in my life, and be of help, be of success, for God, be of His strength, of His power. God knows that I do carry His gifts, and I do carry the moral elements as well, and the physical strength and the deep love that I have, and the empathy and the care and all the other things, and my intelligence. And I do thank God, because I know all my qualities, from beauty, talent, intelligence, good-hearted, and all the others are all from Him. And I always ask Him to guide me further in my path, so I can make Him proud. My Holy Father, my Creator. All glory to Him. I do love Him very, very much since I'm a child, and I know His love for me too is immense. And I thank you so much for listening. I hope it was of help, and I will continue to record other times with different thematics. God bless you. All the best to you. Bye.